pirates of Ulcini, renowned for their prowess as sailors, have been enshrined in tales and legends passed down through generations. These narratives center around exceptional seafarers, whose exploits continue to be recounted in the tales passed on from one generation to the next. Born in the early 1700s, Likaceni was far from an ordinary mariner, but a fearless and cunning warrior of the sea. Upon Likaceni's return to Ulcin after extensive sea voyages, there would be festivities that would ensue for 3 days and nights. Legend has it, the local townsfolk always eagerly anticipated the captain's return, knowing he almost always brought gifts, especially for widows and orphan children whose fathers had perished at sea. Year after year, alongside his trade expeditions, Likaceni found himself in confrontations with various ships flying under the banners of Venice, the Ottoman Empire, and other nations. Through his expert seamanship, Likaceni often outmatched rival vessels, commandeering their cargo to distribute upon his return to Ulcin. A portion was allocated as a mandatory tax to the city authorities, another portion divided equally among the crew, and a significant share earmarked for charitable causes, such as the building of the Maraya Mosque in Ulcin, where the ruins of it still pierce the earth today. In one notorious incident, amidst escalating pirate raids during the 18th century, the Greek pirate Lambros Katsonis, known throughout the Balkans as Karalampo, or Black Lambro in Turkish, crossed a critical threshold. He pillaged a ship carrying pilgrims en route to Mecca, not only plundering them, but also sinking their vessel, resulting in the loss of all aboard. Incensed, the Sultan vowed to capture the Greek pirate, offering a handsome reward to whoever achieved this feat. Given his history with the Sultan, which was murky at best, Likaceni saw an opportunity to redeem himself and secure freedom for his voyages in the Adriatic and Mediterranean seas. Thus, he resolved to challenge the notorious pirate to a duel. "Should I not return alive," he claimed, "do not lament me, but remember me with songs and dances." News spread swiftly, rallying the entire community regardless of age or experience, alongside other Ulcinok soldiers dreaming of glory and fighting alongside with the renowned Likaceni against the dreaded Karalampo. Likaceni was filled with pride at the sight, thanking his fellow citizens for their unwavering trust. Without hesitation, he assembled his crew, unfurled the sails, and set course into the vast expanse of the Adriatic Sea. The weather that day was favorable, imbuing the Ulcinoks with a sense that nothing would remain the same thereafter. Deliberately sailing into waters claimed by the pirate Karalampo, Likaceni's ship eventually crossed paths with its adversary after a week. As Karalampo regarded the Black Sea territory as his domain, he extended hospitality to Likaceni before their duel, which the latter accepted. That evening, Likaceni boarded Karalampo's ship for a lavish dinner in the host's quarters. Meanwhile, Karalampo's crew positioned a barrel of gunpowder with a lit candle atop, intended to intimidate the Ulcinok. However, Likaceni remained resolute, unfazed by the spectacle, continuing his dinner unperturbed even as the candle flickered atop the gunpowder barrel. Karalampo recognized the mettle of a true sea wolf, as he was claimed to be, who couldn't be cowed. Following a night of feasting, conversation, and exchange of pleasantries, Likaceni bid farewell to return to his own vessel. In a gesture of reciprocity, he invited Karalampo to his ship the next day. Upon visiting Likaceni's ship, Karalampo hesitated upon observing the deck filled with barrels and lit candles, a potential hazard that he had offered to Likaceni the night before. His refusal to enter signified the fear instilled by Likaceni's action. This apprehension led to a challenge by Likaceni to Karalampo, who bravely accepted, to determine good and all who will hold sway over the seas for years to come. After a fierce duel in the sight of his crew and that of Karalampo's, Likaceni slew the infamous Greek pirate to the roar of applause from his men. After the battle, he allowed the Greeks to flee and promptly directed his helmsman to steer towards Istanbul, insisting on delivering Karalampo's head to the Sultan himself. Upon docking in the Bosphorus, Likaceni promptly sent a message to the Sultan, elucidating the purpose of his visit. The Sultan extended an immediate invitation to his palace, where Likaceni was bestowed with the noble Ottoman title of Kapitan, or captain in English, and his entire crew were lavishly entertained. They were treated to an extraordinary feast, featuring performers from various lands including dancers from Armenia, tame tigers from India, acrobats from Samarkand, and more. Despite the notorious pirate Karalampo now being consigned to history, the Sultan harbored discontent due to his preference for Karalampo being captured alive. Sensing the Sultan's dissatisfaction during the banquet, Likaceni remained unable to discern the Sultan's ulterior motives. During a clandestine dinner, the Sultan covertly instructed the addition of sleep-inducing poison to the drinks of Likaceni and his men, causing Likaceni to succumb to unconsciousness. He awoke the next morning in the depths of the palace dungeons, his memory clouded except for the fleeting recollections of the entertainment from the night before. Meanwhile, his Ulqin crew awaited Likaceni's return aboard their ship, eagerly to set sail for home. Days passed by with no sign of Likaceni's release. Confined to this Ottoman prison cell, he realized the Sultan's deceit, understanding that treachery awaited him instead of the redemption he had sought. In the depths of his despair, an idea sparked within him, one he resolved to put into action. He beckoned the prison guard, offering a reward of gold rivaling the Sultan's payment should he set him free. Initially hesitant, the guard, swayed by Likaceni's wit and persuasive words, eventually relented. Seizing the moment, Likaceni instructed the guard to inform his Ulqin crew to prepare for his imminent return home. True to his word, the guard delivered the message to Likaceni's ship, where Halit, Likaceni's nephew, expressed gratitude and handed over a bag of gold. Although initially suspicious, Halit, seasoned both in life and at sea, recognized the guard's apprehension and shared a heartfelt warning about the potential dangers Likaceni's captivity posed to the guard's family. Stirred by fear, resentment, and determination, the guard accepted Likaceni's offer, reinforced with 2 additional bags of gold, vowing to ensure Likaceni's safe return. With the aid of Tosun Aga and his resourcefulness, Likaceni executed the escape plan flawlessly. Expressing his gratitude, Likaceni extended an invitation for Tosun Aga and his family to join him in Ulqin, safeguarding them from any retribution the Sultan may attempt to deliver. After bidding farewell, they pledged to reunite and in 3 months at the mill in Istanbul, where Tosun Aga would assist them in migrating to Ulqin. Meanwhile, the guards discovered Likaceni's escape and raised the protective chain in the Bosphorus to prevent further departure. Leveraging the ship's cargo of wheat, Likaceni ingeniously manipulated its weight distribution, allowing the ship to breach the seemingly impassable barrier. With unparalleled speed, the ship raced towards Ulqin, where news of Likaceni's imprisonment and the Sultan's treachery had already spread. The people, resigned to Likaceni's fate, had begun to drown their sorrows in wine and song. Yet their despair turned to astonishment as Likaceni's ship emerged on the horizon, ensuring the legend of Likaceni's bravery, fearlessness, and pride would endure through the ages. This event is immortalized in local traditions with the short poem in Albanian. Pirset pushka ushtandeti mendon turku si u ba gazepi. Likaceni për mi bark, mirë si u gjeta Ulqinak. Mirë se vjen 3 milion, ty të paqen për gjithmonë. Hajde, hajde Likacen, ty përzi halva me rem, to sjell dreka me dëzen. And thus his legend and tales of courage and bravery survive today amongst the local population of Ulqin, along with his direct descendants that still survive in Ulqin today under the surnames of Lazaya and Kapidani.